Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the beginning of the year 2025, and we are off to one rocky start already. I want to talk about the presidential elections and what led up to it. We have to understand that we are given two choices for the presidential elections, which means they control it. And they're trying to get our consent by getting us to vote. When we vote, we are active in what's going on behind the scenes and what play out in real life. So when they get us to be a part of these elections, just know that it's not in our best interest. I mean, they gave us a choice between presidential Trump and presidential elect Kamala Harris. And it was a circus show on both sides, right? I mean, with Donald Trump, fake assassinations, right? And how can we move past that without really just tearing it apart, right? I mean, sure enough, people make jokes about it, but if people make jokes about it and they can see that it's fake, I mean, why aren't we doing real research to find out what else is fake? I mean, as far as Kamala Harris, we only know her name. She won't even tell us her race or anything else about her. Even though some people research and find out that she's married to a Caucasian man. And when I found that out, well, let me just say for the record that I'm not racist. People like myself cannot be racist. We don't have power to deny no one anything. So when I heard that, I knew that she was set up by someone very powerful. And let me just say this before I continue, that they have scripts written for both parties, right? And the thing is, they go off public perception to see how we're going to react, how they're going to go forward with their candidate of choice, right? So when they get us to buy into it and we seen the fake assassination and we seen Kamala Harris with all of this celebrity endorsement, right? It's like, I told y'all no videos. If nothing else works, they're going to go to the celebrities and pay the celebrities to endorse them to make it seem like they're cool. And for the most part, it works. And I thought for certain that she was going to become the next president. And if that was going to happen, I was going to leave the country. Simply because we don't know anything about this woman, right? But that was last year, and now we are officially in 2025. And these wildfires in California, I just want to say two words: land grab. That's all they're doing. And I'm hearing talks that they're doing it to build a smart city, is what I heard. And you have to understand that these evil people that's in power are taking orders from reptilians, which is connected directly to Lucifer. These people get their orders to do things in certain ways. It's plenty of land out here. They can build a smart city anywhere. But when they get their orders from Satan, they have to do as Satan says, even if it may cost people their life, which is why they probably use some kind of ray gun and pointed it at their area. And now it's a massive fire. And my heart goes out to the people that's affected by it. The real people, might add. I mean, it's a tragedy, nonetheless. And I also want to talk about this Denzel situation. How he spent most of his life making movies to now he decided to hang it all up and become a pastor. I have no problem with people who want to do what they want to do. It's your free will, your right. But what I want to know is who's going to go to his church, who's going to become a member, who's going to go to his service, right? Because they're going to go simply because he was this once big entertainment star. That's why people will support it. That's why people will support anything that these celebrities do. And it's sad. It's so sad that people don't have a mind for themselves to think for themselves. And it's just so sad, man. So what about the YSL trial? Y'all thought that was real? The YSL Young Thug trial. Let me just say my piece before any of you come in the comments. That was the most fakest trial I have ever seen in my life. Let's just explain what came of it. The only thing that came from that trial is celebrities, well, now celebrities. You know, we didn't know who Woody was before this trial came about. We didn't know who Mondo was. But now these folks are being pushed on major platforms like Vlad and Breakfast Club, etc., right? But before that trial, we didn't know anything about these people. And that's why I looked at that trial like it was just a way of them bringing new celebrities to the masses. Like YSL Woody, he's supposed to be some kind of tough guy, some kind of hitman or something like that. And he's going around bragging like he can't be touched. And my thing is, even though the trial was fake, it got young men in the ghettos around the world thinking that you can become this big gang like they were. And the same thing that happened for them can happen for you. Like Young Thug getting 15, 20 some years probation, something like that. Come on, y'all. Probation. The lyrics alone can convict these people. The lyrics alone, they bragged on social media. It's an open and shut case. So with that being said, if it's an open and shut case, the lyrics can convict them alone. Why was it the longest trial in history? I mean, I did my research on it, and it was going to be longer than that because they wanted to put Birdman in there. They want to put some other celebrities in that trial, right? But it didn't happen. You know, we didn't see Birdman on stand, and we didn't see a lot of other folks that they said was going to be there. And it's like they cut the trial short, only to give everybody that was involved probation. Probation. This is a gang. They claimed it was a gang, but I just said that to tell you guys that you have to be careful of what you see in the media. You have to look at it with discernment, because if you don't look at it with discernment, these people will trick you out of your energy, out of your time, out of everything that you hold precious to you. The only thing you have that's precious to you is your attention. The elites know that. That's why they got so many distractions going on. So many distractions. We got more and more celebrities coming out every day. Even though they don't have talent, we still see these people popping up every day. I made a video about Drewski. Now he really stood out to me because when they put these people everywhere, you'll click on a video or two and you'll see what they're about, right? So that's my curiosity of what made me just, let me see what this dude about, because I'm seeing him everywhere on all the platforms and he got all these big numbers. So when I looked at it and I'm like, and it's like the algorithm, it fed me the almost the same content I was looking at from his videos. And when I look at the other content, I seen that this guy made it first. And Drewski is copying off him. And the thing about it is, with these industry plants, the thing is with them, they can make a version of somebody else's work. And because they have a machine behind them, their work can get pushed harder and further than the original content. So much so to the point that the original content becomes like a version of, is no longer the original, if that makes sense to you. But that's what it is. That's what happens when you have PRs behind you, when you have a machine of elitists pushing buttons, talking to people to get your content pushed. And it happens a lot. And like I said, with him, it was really just caught my attention. And what about that YSL? I already talked about YSL. I mean, the Lil King situation. How people probably thought I was hating on Finesse 2 times when I exposed him. It was like I knew everything King was saying. I knew it, but he brought it to the masses, right? When he was talking about how Finesse 2 times, he runs off on people, don't pay him. He be in shootouts with people, have little kids around him, smoking with little kids. And this is the people that is role models, because the only reason that little boy was around him because his parents or whoever his guardians is, they looked at Finesse like a role model, right? Somebody from the hood, somebody that's making a difference, right? And they feel like if they child was to go with him, their child would be in a better position. Well, that child exposed exactly what happens when you get with these struggle rappers. For one, they are in a 360 deal. That means they are broke from the start. And the money that they're flashing, it belongs to the record label. It is not their money. Don't believe me? Keep living. More truth will come out. But the money they're flashing is not even theirs. The cars that they're driving is not even theirs. Only thing that they might have from the deal is the tattoos on their body. That's about it. The jewelry is not even theirs. Lil King even exposed that. He said that when he said when Mob Ties was looking for that chain that Finesse had. Finesse went and got it melted down so they can't find it. But these are the celebrities that is set up over us. These are the celebrities that's put up over us. And we think that because we see them on social media, TV, whatever, that these people are above us. Not even knowing that if you work a regular 9 to 5, you are richer than most rappers. I would say all of them, especially if you've been on your job for like 5 years. You are richer than most rappers, especially if you can manage and budget your money. Because the reason I'm exposing this like this, because I'm tired of seeing the foolery. I'm not gonna curse. I'm tired of seeing our people being manipulated by these cheap tricks. You know, it's not even good tricks. They're cheap. They just put this person up and just tell me that he got this and that and this and that, and I'm just supposed to follow him for what? Because he made some catchy music? Is that the only reason? It has to be more than that. So I just made this little short live to rant for a minute, talk about certain things that was bothering me and still bothering me, but I felt like I had to rant for a minute. But that's where we at. 2025 off to one rocky start. And it's only going to get crazier as the year goes on. So my advice would be to you guys to fast, pray, seek guidance from the Most High, because He and He alone is the only one that will help us all through these upcoming events. I can't say what the events is, but just know that it's going to test your faith. It's going to test mine too. But just know that you already won. If you believe you won, if you have faith in yourself, you have faith in the Most High, that He brought you this far, He's not going to leave you here. These people are empowered. They're only empowered because the Most High allowing it, only to show His glory. We came in this world with free will, right? Which means we have the power to go either way. We can go left, we can go right, or we can go straight. We can go either way we want to. That's the gift that He's given us. And the only thing that can take that away is you giving your attention to the wrong energy. When you give your attention to the wrong energy, you can get caught up. And when you get caught up, I mean, you know what happens after that. But I'm just saying, I hope you don't get caught up in all of these tricks that the devil is playing on us. Distraction is the biggest tool. We're distracted by a whole lot of things that we see on social media. And one more thing I want to touch on before I leave is this 20 verse 1 phenomenon I've been seeing on social media. When I sit there and look at it, I actually go into a deep thought, because I'm a very, very righteous man. I believe in the Bible wholeheartedly. And this 20 verses 1 is a parallel to a scripture in the Bible where it says, 7 women shall come to one man and ask for his hand in marriage. And when I see that show, it gives me a glimpse of what it's going to look like in the future. Because right now, we're in the feminist era, and in the feminist era, you have a lot of women going a lot of different directions. You have women that's going to school. You have women that's, some of them, they're starting their own businesses. You have some of them that want to live a hot girl summer. But you have a lot of women that are doing a lot of different things. For the most part, a lot of them are coming up. Yep, that's right. A lot of women around the world is coming up. But the thing is, with that come up, it's like they're gonna have everything, right? They're gonna have the degree. They're gonna have the job. They came from the degree. They're gonna have the bank account. They're gonna have the cars. They're gonna have the houses. They're gonna have it all except a man. And right now, what the 20 verses 1 is showing us is people are out here trying to find mates, right? You have 20 verses 1 where it might be women on one side and men on one side. But it's all pointing to a time where those degrees, those cars, those bank accounts, everything that you acquired is not going to mean a damn thing because you don't have nobody to share it with. Let me say that again. All of those degrees, all of those cars, houses, bank accounts, everything that these women are trying to acquire right now is not going to hold no value because true enough, you have it. You set out to get it and now you got it. But while you set out to get it, you while you set out to get all of those possessions, you don't have the one possession that you are entitled to have by nature, which is a man, a mate. And when women get to a point where they figure out that they are at the top of the hill, right? They're at the top of the hill and there's nobody around that is on their level. See, that was the trick of the elites, right? First, they split us up with the crack era back in the day, right? They split us up back then, but now because they had split us up, they gave our women welfare. They gave them a lot of provision to make them not depend on their mate. And what happens when you don't depend on your mate? You'll grow, you'll have this perception of life where you don't need a mate. But you'll find that's not true because while you're doing that, you still gonna be out there trying to date. You still gonna be out there trying to hook up, which proves the fact that we all need each other. We need each other. That's the only thing that's gonna sustain us in this future. It's not gonna be the money. It's not gonna be the cars. It's not gonna be the houses. None of these things that people hold dear in this life. The only thing that we have in this life is family and legacy. That's the only thing that we have. And that's the only thing that we leave. Well, I'm not going to say that's the only thing that we leave because we leave the possessions to friends and family after we're gone. So for me, the possessions, they don't mean too much. My family, my legacy, everything, everything. Because the possessions can get taken away at any time. Don't believe me. Do something to make the government mad, and all they have to do is press a button, and your accounts is frozen. That means you have to go around trying to beg to get money from someone else because you can't get your own money. You know what I'm saying? They have that power to stop your life by the press of a button. So why would I just chase my whole life for something that can be easily taken and give it to someone else. That never really made too much sense to me. And when they prop up these rappers and all they're showing us is possessions. And for a kid in the ghetto looking at it, they look at their surroundings every day and they're tired of their surroundings and they see this rapper. He looked like he living the life, right? He looked like he having fun, right? But like I said earlier, Lil King, he exposed Finesse 2 Times as these rappers are not like that. They don't live like that for real. They are, man, you have to rewatch that video. He exposed, and it goes like that for all these rappers. And this not just Finesse 2 Times that's broke. Moneybagg Yo's broke. The man that he signed to. And might I add that before he rose to fame, Finesse 2 Times, he went on a rant dissing his boss, his now boss. Ain't that crazy? See, he thought that his street rep was going to carry him to fame. And when he got, when he got out and he recognized that the rap game is not about real rappers or real street dudes, it's about the exact opposite. The exact opposite. If you look like a real street dude, but you act like that's what they want. They don't want the real. Okay, enough of this ranting. Let me check some comments. Shea Butter. Yup. Shea Butter. I'm a successful woman and having a hard time finding a mate. It has been a lot of brainwashing. I can believe that. I really can believe that. And I know it's going to be hard for you because I have women in my family and it's hard for them, to find someone to trust and share your life with, especially after you gain everything that you thought was important. Swim class, yeah, crypto world currency. We are already here, bro. We are already in the one world. The only thing is that they're looking for the right event to just flip the switch, right? Because we already have the cameras in our neighborhoods. We have the cameras in our grocery stores. We have cameras everywhere you think to look. And they're so creative that they're making the cameras even smaller. They're making the drones even more tactical, where you can just throw a drone up in the air and it goes to flying on its own. That blew me. Like, whoa, like I was floored when I seen that. Like, you can just throw it up in the air and they'll just catch flight. So yeah, we are already in this one world regime. The only thing is they have to find the right false flag event to just flip the switch and just say, okay, the old way is done away with and we are now in the one world. No looking back. So we are here in this one world. I mean, and the way they're going to do it is strategically over time. The reason why they have to do it like that is because everything else happens in time. They have to do it like that. They can't just rush the process. Even though they want to, we all have bosses in this life. We all have bosses. I got a boss when I go to work. He got a boss. Even the elites, they got a boss. Their boss happened to be Satan. That's you know what I mean? It's like whatever energy there is guiding your life, and you already know it's only two that can really guide your life. It's either evil or it's good. And at the top of those heaps, there's bosses. And bosses have agendas. Our boss have one, and theirs have one too. But let me go back to the comment section right quick. Swim class, you're busy. Okay, let me see what the next one you said. Window of opportunity is closing. They can control how much money you can get and see everything. No more under the table hustles. Even if, even if it's an honest dollar. Very, very true. Very, very true. Cash is becoming obsolete. And with that fact, the hustles that people are, what people were doing on the side or trying to keep the government out of their business, that window is closing, like Swim Class said. It's closing fast too, people. It's like we have to try to find a way to exist outside of this matrix. For me, I would say spend more cash if you can. Before it just totally collapses, right? Because for me myself, I find myself not wanting to use cash no more for whatever reason. And it's like I feel the brainwashing, I feel the control because my whole life I grew up using cash, and now it's like we're swiping cards everywhere, right? Or we're tapping the cards, right? And that's one step from tapping your hand. When you can tap the cards and you can tap the phones, see, it's like they're trying to make it very accessible because let's just face it, we are slowly becoming AI ourselves. Yep. Think about it. When was the last time that any of you went 24 hours without your cell phone? I'll wait 24 hours without your cell phone. And if you can't name a time where you went 24 hours without your cell phone and you wasn't in jail, you're programmed. When you open, when you wake up in the morning and the first thing for most people, they don't even pray to the Most High. They don't thank Him for the day that He blessed them to live in. The first thing that most people do is check for notifications, check the time, you check everything else, but you don't give glory and honor and praise to the Creator that gave life to you. So if you can't recognize that you're being slowly programmed, I don't know what else I can say to convince you because I can see it in myself. That's why I'm trying to practice not spending so much time on social media, not spending so much time in front of a screen. If I can, when I can, I like to go outside and be amongst nature. I could spend hours outside, not even doing nothing, just sitting out there, just enjoying nature, watching the kids play, and watching nature, the birds and stuff like that. That's me. I like to connect with nature and just zone out because this matrix, it can consume you because it's so many distractions. No matter what your poison is, they have a distraction for you. If you like gossip, Breakfast Club, Vlad TV, Art of Dialogue, they're regular coming out with channels to keep your attention. If you like gossip, or if you like destructive drill music, they have a lane for that. Or if you like 20 versus ones, you like see people trying to hook up, they have a lane for you. They have so many lanes of distractions that it is impossible to keep up with. Who is this with this thunder sign? How far down the rabbit hole have you gone, brother? You would want to know, won't you? Okay, back up to the top. Archie Hayes, how do you, the AI, what is that? Is that a message? How do you, I guess, question the AI and the microchip being installed in people who chose to do it? Well, it goes back to free will. Excuse me. It goes back to free will and our decision to do whatever it is. With all of this information that's coming out about exposure, government exposure, this thing that we're doing is nothing new. People been doing this for years. Myself, I've been doing this for like 4 years now, off and on. And the reason why I took a break or two is because the content I was downloading, trying to make my own content, sometimes that stuff can get in you, like demonic pictures and stuff like that. You have to be careful when you create content like that, because with you taking to your eyes are the windows to your soul. So the stuff that you taking in does take excuse me, it does take effect on you. Let me say it like that. And the reason why is the Most High told us. He told us, be careful, have discernment. And when in doubt, question the information that you receive. And if it's in fact the truth, it can withstand investigation. If it's the truth, no matter what you're saying, if it's truthful, people can question you all day about it, and you'll come up with the same answer. But if it's a lie, well, you know how that goes. You have to keep telling lies to cover up that first one. But I've been on here for nearly 40 minutes, y'all. It's been great. But I see I brought out the crazies, right? Because who is this true? I want to say with the lightning bolts by your name. I mean, if you don't have nobody, okay, Drew, thank you. Okay, I don't know what the problem is. Like, it's like you're asking a lot of questions about what you're seeing instead of what you're hearing. That goes to show me what kind of person you are. And for that reason, I won't even entertain you with an answer. I mean, I won't. All I can just read your name, see you got lightning bolts by your name. You asking me why I'm wearing a mask and why I do what I do. But why do you do what you do? Curious about my enlightenment. I could be curious about yours, right? But the thing is, I don't, let me say something. Shea Butter just chimed in. Thank you for your message this morning, soul brother. Enjoy your Sunday. Well, thank you, sister. And I appreciate you. And you enjoy yours as well. You feel me? And that's how we rocking. You know, being receptive of the information. And if you don't like it, you know where the door is. But you know people. Sometimes they want to see if they can poke the bear, right? Archie Hayes, your content good. Keep the videos coming for sure. Uh, I really feel like not so much lately, you know. And when I go back and I just look at my old videos versus the new ones, I lost it somewhere. Or they just my personal opinion, right? Like the videos from 2022, it don't hit like the videos I'm doing now. It just, I mean, because when I was doing videos then, I mean, the channel was like fish grease. It was popping for sure. And it was like, at that time, I was popping with promotion. People was asking me to promote them, and it was such an exciting time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I see where I messed up at. I see it. And the videos that I would drop from here on out, I'm gonna try to go back to that old formula and try to replicate it if I can. You know, as far as I just give an example. That little baby video I did, the CCOSS with little baby, and the CCOSS is the continuous cycle of soul selling, starring little baby. Um, I feel like that video is very good, and I'm gonna use that formula going forward. So it's been 43 minutes almost. Wow. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in and just hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure. Wow, this guy Drew. I mean, why do you need to expose others but not yourself? Um, well, the reason why I feel like I need to expose these people is because for the most part, they're leading millions of people astray. Millions of people they leading in the opposite direction. And the thing is, they know which way is right. And they are in it, they are intentionally leading these people. Talking about you can just become a rapper and just live your life. And if these people told the truth about what it is they do, you wouldn't have channels like mine. You just wouldn't. But since they doing what they're doing, misguiding the little ones, I have to tell the truth, bro. And I'm doing it my way because I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to have people run up on me in the grocery store talking about, I seen your videos, and no, I'm not going to be no slave to my own fame. So that's the reason why you see this. Because fame is like a prison. It is the biggest prison. Just imagine these big celebrities that most people look up to. You can't catch them at no gas station nowhere. You can't catch them at no food court nowhere. It will be mass hysteria. It will be just a mob of people, right? if they found out, um, I'm just gonna make an example. Um, let's just say Trump just came down here where I'm at and just went to the mall. Man, don't you know that in 30 minutes, everybody that's in the surrounding area will go straight to that mall just because they heard a celebrity was in town of that magnitude. And the first thing is they want to see him. They want to see if they can get a photo out with him, take a picture. Do you really think I want to live my life like that? Even though I feel like, well, people might feel like they like the content, whatever it is. But that's the only reason that you know me is the content. So let's keep it right there at the content. If we want to talk or if I feel like I want to go live, this is the way I do it to protect myself. I don't want to be like that dude on CB4. And even then, like the dude on CB4, right? When he had went to that restaurant with Chris Rock, and his voice gave him away. His voice gave him away, right? Because his job was like some kind of telemarketer. And they went out to this restaurant and dude recognized his voice like, dude, I know your voice. So, yeah. I mean, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in, hanging out with the kid. But I must say farewell. Until next time. Y'all be good. Drew, again, I was finna get off here, man, but here's this comment, I guess. You serve God or you choose to have free will because being forced to serve God isn't free will, brother. Who said I'm being forced? You one of them Satanists talking about somebody being forced to do something. Whoever said I was being forced to serve anybody? I'm doing this purely from um, because I want to. But this Drew fella, he's a Satanist, or he's some kind of bot or an agent or something. Yeah, that Drew guys, he's an agent. I mean, it sounds like a question, but you serve God or you choose to have free will because being forced to serve God isn't free will. I don't remember ever saying I was forced to serve anybody. But it just goes to show that people that don't have um, common sense and logic, they jump to their own conclusions or they rush to start making these statements that don't hold merit, right? And I get it, I do, because right now you're confused. You're confused about the platform you're on, and you might feel like, for whatever reason, trying to tear down what I got going on. But my only purpose for this channel, bro, is to shed light on what people can't see. It's like I felt like I was given a vision, we're given a gift of vision. And with that vision or that gift, I'm a share it with the world. Why? Because it might be stuff out there that I don't have and people might have, and it's like that's the reason I feel like for the internet, we all have gifts, we all have talents, you know, and we all doing our part to relay information to each other. And that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm relaying information. And it's up to you to accept it or reject it. Entirely up to you. But the thing is, I'm gone. Yeah.